Hello everyone, welcome back to Trendytalks. So today we have a very special topic in which we are going to talk about the not so sweet side of sugar and its impact on our health. Today we'll dive into the world of sugar in India, from its production and consumption to the hazards it brings to our well-being, especially among the youngsters in our generation. Well, first thing first, let's talk about the numbers. The sugar market in India is massive, with sugarcane contributing a whopping 639 billion Indian rupees since 2020. That's a big chunk. Nearly 80% of the gross value added from sugar crops in the agriculture sector. Sugarcane, along with other sugar crops, made up over 5% of GVA of crops in India. But hold on, there's a twist. These numbers dropped compared to the previous year, hinting at some changes in the market of dynamics. So while sugar is a big deal in India, there are signs of its shaking up our GDP. Now the question is, where does all this sugar come from? Sugarcane. Sugarcane is the real hero. Here it is grown in states like Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. After harvesting, sugar mills work their magic to give us various forms of sugar, from granulated to powder and even molasses. But here's the buzzkill. Alongside the sweet success story, there are concerns about sugar contamination. You know what? Heavy metals, pesticides and other not so friendly stuff have been found in some sugar products, posing potential risk to our health. Especially in places like Uttar Pradesh, the sugar industry is grappling with environmental challenges. Sugar mills are among the top polluters, releasing wastewater filled with pollutants like organic waste and chemicals. This affects local water bodies and groundwater, creating a not-so-sweet situation for our environment. Now let's talk about the not-so-sweet consequences of our sugar love affair. In India, the rise of obesity, diabetes, and other related health issues is alarmingly increasing. According to the International Diabetes Federation, we have got over 65 million diabetics, second only to China worldwide. Obviously, obesity and type 2 diabetes are hitting us hard, becoming nothing less than an epidemic. Now the question is that who is the culprit? High sugar intake is linked to the growing obesity issues, especially among our younger ones. Sugary treats and drinks are causing dental problems, contributing to the cavities and tooth decay issues, especially among our kids. Research tells us that the surge in diabetes and obesity is directly connected to our skyrocketing sugar consumption. Studies show a strong positive link between the prevalence of type 2 diabetes and how much sugar we are consuming. Now, what's the solution? Health experts worldwide, like the American Diabetes Association and the World Health Organization, recommend cutting back on sugar and sugary drinks to prevent obesity and type 2 diabetes. The World Health Organization even suggests limiting sugar intake to 5% of our total calorie intake to fight obesity. Now let's get a little personal. We as Indians tend to have a bit too much sugar in our daily lives, from traditional sweet to tea and processed foods, and this love affair with sugar is causing some serious long-term health impacts. You know what? Excessive sugar intake is a major player in the increased risk of heart diseases. In India, cardiovascular disease account for 28% of all death, with a whopping 1.7 million annual deaths linked to heart-related conditions. And it doesn't stop there. Overconsumption of sugar puts us at a risk for fatty liver disease, condition that becomes more common in our country. Studies report a high prevalence of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, that is NAFLD. Now let's talk about the alternatives. We need to find healthier options like natural sweeteners such as honey, maple syrup, and agave nectar. And if you are into artificial sweeteners, there's stevia and sucralose, all giving us sweeteners with less impact on our blood sugar levels. Now here's a shocker. You know what? In the United States, 3 in 5 people exceed the recommended 10% of daily calorie from added sugar. Sugary drinks, desserts, and snacks are the main culprits. The American Heart Association advises limiting added sugar to no more than half of our daily discretionary calorie allowance. Now to conclude this video, we can say that it's time to rethink about our sugar intake. Let's consider healthier options and use them wisely. Remember, it's not about ditching sweetness altogether, but finding a balance for a healthier life. Hope this video is helpful and informative to my viewers. If so, then like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.